I was actually going to dry it and pour resin or something in there. Like I figured, you know, it'd be maybe pretty neat, but it's also going to work good for the flower bed because it's solid. It's not rotten. It's just got a little groove in it. That's all. It's a groovy board. Alright, good morning guys. These big planks, we are going to make 2 raised garden beds out of these for a friend of mine. So, let's get started. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I'll show you this last board. See how it has this groove in? It actually looks like a rotten spot, but it's not. Is what happened was the guy I bought the log from cut the tree and it split. So it just cracked that piece out of the board, and we sawed it because it made a nice plank. I was actually going to dry it and pour resin or something in there. Like I figured, you know, it'd be maybe pretty neat, but it's also going to work good for the flower bed because it's solid. It's not rotten. It's just got a little groove in it. That's all. It's a groovy board. Alright, how can we cut this last board? If I cut it, that end's going to fall down. Both ends are going to fall down and it's going to pinch my saw. So, I'm going to slide it over to the edge of the fork and cut it. Alright, let's see how this goes. What I actually did was at this end of the board, you seen I cut that little groove in. I made this wood thinner so that when I got to the end with my saw, I didn't have to hold the piece that fell down for a long period of time. Once I got to this point, I just went real quick. Because I cut the wood thinner, it would cut quicker, and that's how I got that to cut all smooth. Worked out. Okay, whatever you guys do, do not tell Dad I'm using the sawmill. He's very protective of it. Alright, them things are heavy, by the way. Just in case you haven't noticed. Okay, just remember, don't tell Dad. Now the reason I ran them across the mill because I had 3 of the wide boards. Okay, these ones that I cut, them 2 pieces. But I only had 1 this size. But I needed 4 of the same size. So what I did was I ran them across the mill and made them all the same size for the garden beds. So I just got a 2x4 left over, that's all. Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but I lost my red tape measure. I have no clue where I put it. So, don't tell Dad. We're gonna steal one of his. Alright, let's cut our pieces. Alright, let's go over here with Dad's tape measure. And we'll set those there, set them there. Sorry. Oh, hey, I just found my red tape measure. I don't know why I put it there. So let's put Dad's back. What do you think? Then he'll never know. Okay, so what I got is I got the short piece here, because we want our 4 foot length. Okay, so what I'm going to do is these little short pieces that I cut, I'm going to screw them on here flush with the end. That way I can put this other board, and the reason for putting these in is when I put this other board on here and I would screw into this end here, when you screw into the end grain, the screws don't hold very well. So what I do is I put this board on here for this raised bed, because it's going outside. It's supposed to look kind of rustic, I guess. I mean, nice, but rustic. So I will screw this on to this board. Then the long board here will come in this direction. Let me get a piece here and show you. This will come into this section like this. Then I will screw this, instead of screwing it down here at the end into the end grain, I will screw it into this piece so that I get in the grain the correct way and the screws don't pull loose. It holds it tight, and it's a lot stronger that way. And then we will fill these things with dirt, and there'll be a garden this year yet. So I got to get these done. And also, I have to pre-drill these things because the oak, it's white oak, and the oak is so hard that it will actually twist the screws off if I just put them in without pre-drilling them. You see the star? Get those things. I use star or the square ones, whichever. Now these ones are like a heavy screw. Them things are amazing. Don't twist these off too often, but if I went directly in the wood without pre-drilling them, it would probably twist them off in this wood. Got all 4 of those put together. They're ready to go over. And all we got to do is just put the end pieces on the ends, put them together, and we got raised flower beds or garden beds.